Okay, so a bit of a disclaimer about this one. I mean, other people are on YouTube doing this. So originally I wasn't going to make a video about it. I was going to say, well, that's everyone's own business. I mean, if you thinking of quitting Amazon anyway, you might try something like this to get blocks. I don't necessarily use it. Sometimes I think the old hand method might be the best method, especially in regards to some Americans have said that, I don't know, about the terms and conditions. There's something about they're not sure about whether you're allowed to use third-party apps that give you an advantage over other people. Well, the problem might be that if you don't use them, that you're at a disadvantage because everyone else is already using them, and then you're getting no blocks. So you might be at a disadvantage at the moment doing the hand method. You know, I don't know. And some Americans actually sell these electronic clickers, which mechanical clickers, and they think that that's allowed because, you know, what's the difference if you're going to have to buy for £100 a mechanical clicker which taps it, and they've got homemade things that, like a drill bit that spins round and swipes the button. The ridiculous things that are like, so it's, you know, it's not a third-party app, it's a mechanised machine, and they think, oh, they're outside the rules, or they're allowed to use these. I mean, if you're going to use mechanical things, you might as well allow people just to use tappers. Or if you've got an Apple phone, you can actually use recipes. There's something called recipes where you create a recipe which taps in a certain order in certain parts of the screen. Anyway, what the video is supposed to be at is Flex Utility. I mean, this is an open thing. You get it in the Google Play Store like any other app, but it's quite advanced. This is, there's an advanced section, but it does over confuse and over complicate it. Basically, you've got filters, so you have to put your service station, find out what your service station code is there. It's on every parcel. Find out your service station and put it in there. It's on every single parcel. Hours, so you might only want 4-hour blocks, so it's 4, and you might want 3.5, and you go OK. So you don't want any 3-hour blocks because they don't pay the money. This is a time zone. Lots of people make mistakes on this one. The correct is 12, 13, 14. Okay, so those 12, 13, 14, that will tap continuously for 3 hours, and it will look and accept those blocks. But it is a manual tap on this, I'm warning you before you get carried away. 12:30, this is specific times, so if you do this, it's specific times. You have to put in 12:30, 12:15, 12:45. That's a mistake a lot of people make. 1 o'clock. I've gone into 11 and 10, but that's a bit, probably don't need them. Don't think they do morning blocks in a lot of places. I could just add 1:30. But yeah, be careful, because if you put 12.00 you won't get 113:00. You won't get blocks in the 15-minute intervals. You have to do it like that, 12, 13, 14 to get the blocks for that. Well, that's just what it will accept, but you still got to manually tap it. And pay, you can put in independent swipe. That's where it swipes as part of the tap. So if you press always show, this is the tap button. So you still got to press this manually, like that. So it's not really giving you, this guy has made a disclaimer that it's not giving an advantage. But if you watch his videos, I think I don't know if he does in Seattle or some American city, and it is their problem is he's getting too many blocks. So you open this and he's getting too many blocks that come, and he can't see what one he wants. He's just overwhelmed by blocks in different depots close to each other. You know, he's 2 or 3 depots in his area that he doesn't necessarily want to go to another depot. I mean, I don't have that problem. My main problem was always no blocks at all. But you know, some people in America have too many blocks, so these filters filtering out other blocks will make it easier. But as recently, Amazon have introduced their own filters. Recently, Amazon have introduced their own filters where you can choose a time and a number of stations. So they have gone along with this guy in the end in way of filters, and that's all he's saying. He's just trying to basically get you know, he's got a disadvantage compared to other people in other jobs. I don't know the legalities of it or whether he's ever been challenged, but it's not that, this app isn't that popular, and I think it might be a bit redundant now because of Amazon have brought in their own filters. You probably don't need to use it, but you can bring in this third app. See, now it will tap that button, so, and you can see there's a ripple in the swipe, but sometimes that ripple doesn't happen, so it's missing, it's slightly out of time. But I don't know the milliseconds if you can correct that to make it perfect. So you know and it doesn't necessarily beat people who just tap and swipe on the original method. But you know, it's just so you can have a shower or eat your breakfast or have another hour's sleep in bed, is why this method, you know, is just common decency really. To any, you know, puts you on a par with anyone normal who just like gets up in the morning, they know they've got a shift, boom, 5 days a week, you know, something normal. And if you ever talk to Amazon about it, they usually say, oh, it's because they're trying to make it the gig economy. They're trying to make it that it's just a part-time thing that you do if you fancy it, and it's, I don't know. Everyone's Romanian at my depot anyway, so they don't speak English, so it doesn't make any difference to me. But anyway, it's not ready for Amazon, it's just for people who are desperate to get a job, you know, and desperate to get a shift. Might help build my channel, because my channel is failing pretty heavily. I've got about 5 subscribers, no one's interested. No, my videos don't get posted in the right places, so it's a small chance to grow my channel as well, really. I think that's about it. But after an hour, you see, I still getting no shifts. To be honest, you know, I'm trying to say this might be a solution for people, but I still got no shifts the last 2 days. Whether it's for that error message that come up right at the start of video number 1, tap too many times. Oh, there we are, we got one. Hallelujah.